Get ready to take your breath away and test your nerves. For thousands of years, bridges have been the ultimate shortcut, connecting us across landscapes that would otherwise be a real challenge to navigate as construction techniques and materials have improved. These marvels of engineering just keep getting bigger and safer. But not all bridges are built for comfort. Some are old and treacherous, while others were designed with thrill seekers in mind. So if you're feeling brave and aren't afraid of heights, join us as we count down the 15 most terrifying bridges you'll never forget. Starting with number 15, the Zhangjiajie Glass Bridge in China's stunning Hunan province. Let's dive into the Zhangjiajie Glass Bridge in China, an engineering feat that'll push your limits. This heart-pounding pathway opened its doors in August 2016, claiming the title of world's longest and highest glass-bottom bridge. Although it's lost that crown since, it still holds a special place in the league of most intimidating bridges out there, stretching an impressive 1,410 feet long and just 20 feet wide. This suspended walkway connects two mountain cliffs in China's National Forest Park, a whopping 980 feet or 300 meters above the canyon floor. As you step onto the bridge, get ready for some mind games. The transparent floor is made up of 120 tempered glass panels, each consisting of 3 sturdy layers, just over 2 inches thick and certified to handle massive weight. Are you feeling your heart sink yet? Now that we've tackled the Zhangjiajie Glass Bridge, let's travel to another part of Asia and explore the Cloud Bridge in South Korea. This breathtaking suspension bridge is nestled between Daejeon and Jeonjo cities, and it's a marvel connected to Taedongin Mountain, an 880-meter tall gem on the Korean peninsula. The mountain itself has been cherished for its natural beauty. But we're here to talk about the Cloud Bridge, which will take your breath away just like the surroundings. Get ready to take your breath away, not just because of the stunning views. The Cloud Bridge in South Korea is a thrilling adventure that will challenge even the most fearless hikers. This isn't for the faint-hearted, as it's part of an exhilarating journey up Taedongin Mountain, where you can marvel at autumn colors, winter wonderlands, or bask under summer sunshine. But don't worry if full-on trekking isn't your thing. You can hop on a cable car to save time and effort. However, the real fun begins with 2 heart-pumping bridges first, a 130-foot suspension bridge that'll get your pulse racing, followed by the infamous Cloud Bridge, also known as the Samsung Overpass or 127-step ladder bridge. This narrow, 164-foot-long path is angled at around 70 degrees, leaving you wondering where it starts and ends, especially when it's shrouded in clouds. Are you ready for the ultimate test of courage? Let's take on El Caminito del Rey, a trail that'll make even the bravest adventurers quiver in their boots. Located in Artales, Spain, this infamous pathway has earned its place as one of the world's most terrifying routes. Built over a century ago to connect 2 hydroelectric power plants for workers, El Caminito del Rey is a hair-raising 3-foot-wide concrete path perched atop steel rails drilled into the cliff face, with a stomach-dropping 330 feet between you and the river below. Only a select few dared to cross it when it first opened, but in 1921, King Alfonso X changed everything by walking this death-defying path himself. Now named after the king, El Caminito del Rey is an experience that's not for the faint of heart, but for those who dare to take on its challenges. The reward is breathtaking views of Spain. You thought El Caminito del Rey was intense. Hold on to your seat as we explore more breathtaking and terrifying pathways around the world. After years of crumbling infrastructure and tragic accidents, the authorities had no choice but to shut down the notorious El Caminito del Rey. But don't worry, we're not done yet. Next up is the Langkawi Skybridge in Malaysia, a modern marvel that will put your fear factor to the ultimate test. This 410-foot-long suspension bridge towers over 2,170 feet above sea level, leaving you with heart-stopping views and a seriously exposed feeling. Will you be brave enough to take on this nerve-wracking journey? Get ready to face your fears, because we're about to dive into one of the most awe-inspiring yet terrifying bridges on Earth. The Langkawi Skybridge in Malaysia's Pulau Langkawi Island, nestled within a national park, is an engineering marvel that will leave you gasping for breath. Built between two hilltops, this suspended bridge offers breathtaking 360-degree views of the virtually untouched jungle below. But here's the thing, it's not just about the view. It's also about testing your limits. At 6 feet wide and curved to perfection, the Skybridge will keep you on your toes as you walk along its length. The best part, it was designed with the local ecosystem in mind, using prefabricated sections that minimize damage to nature. So how do you get there? You'll need to take an inclinator train to reach the top. But if you're feeling extra adventurous, why not tackle it the old-fashioned way and hike up via a rugged mountain track? Buckle up, or should we say, buckle in, because we're heading to the Ojuela Bridge in northwestern Mexico for an adrenaline rush like no other. This historic suspension bridge, designed by the same geniuses behind the iconic Brooklyn Bridge, is not your average daily commute. First, you'll need to conquer a heart-pounding 4.3-mile drive up a mountain road, a journey locals warn only the bravest style and most skilled drivers should take on. But that's just the warm-up act. Once you reach the bridge, built way back in 1898 for gold mine access, things get even more intense. With a hair-raisingly narrow width of just 2 feet, this pedestrian-only bridge is not for the faint of heart. Will you dare to take on the Ojuela Bridge and make it to the other side? Get ready for the ultimate Highwire act. Literally, we're taking you to the tightless cliff walk in the Swiss Alps, where thrill seekers can tackle the highest suspension bridge in all of Europe. Suspended at an awe-inspiring 9,800 feet above sea level, this mind-blowing walkway will put even the most fearless adventurers on edge. With nothing but a thin steel frame and some seriously steady nerves between you and the breathtaking valley below, crossing the tightless cliff walk is not for the faint of heart. But hey, if you're up for the challenge, the reward is an unforgettable experience that'll leave you walking tall, or should we say, suspension bridge tough. Buckle up, or should we say, hold on tight. The tightless cliff walk is not just about height, but also about heart-pumping narrowness. This spine-tingling suspension bridge stretches a mere 100 meters long, but its 3-foot-wide walkway makes you feel like walking a high wire without a safety net. And if that's not enough, the unpredictable Swiss Alps weather can throw in some extra excitement. Just ask the VIPs who had to brave a snowstorm on opening day, when visibility was limited to just a few steps ahead. Now, it's your turn to take on the challenge and prove you've got what it takes to conquer this European thrill ride. Designers claim it's safe, but can you really trust them? The tightless cliff walk is built to withstand insane winds of up to 120 miles per hour and hold an astonishing 500 tons of snow. That's like 100 elephants on top. But would you dare take their word for it when they say it's impossible to fall off? Now, let's move on to a bridge that'll make your heart skip a beat in a whole different way. Welcome to Costa Rica, where the scenic views of the Central Pacific coast come with a side of pure adrenaline. Introducing the notorious Quepos Bridge. Get ready for a heart-stopping introduction to the infamous Bridge of Death, or Oh My God Bridge. The locals' nicknames say it all. Built in the 1930s by the Bananera Company, this jaw-dropping structure was designed to speed up the transportation of bananas from the fields to the port at Quepos. But don't let its age fool you. This bridge is a real-life action movie stunt. The road is made of weathered wooden planks that look like they're holding on by a thread, and yet Heavy trucks rumble across it daily, their tires barely containing the creaking slats beneath them. No safety barriers in sight. Every drive becomes a high-wire balancing act. One wrong move and a steep plunge into the river awaits. And let's just say, there are plenty of horror stories from drivers who took a chance and paid the price. Let's take our suspension bridge adventure to Colorado, where the Royal Gorge Bridge stands tall as a marvel of engineering. Built in 1929 to lure tourists into this stunning landscape, it didn't disappoint for nearly 8 decades. It held the record for the world's highest bridge until 2001. Even today, it remains the US's tallest bridge, reaching dizzying heights and drawing gasps from all who cross it. Spanning an impressive 880 feet, this steel wonder is a mere 18 feet wide but packs a massive punch with its 1,292 wooden planks securely placed on its sturdy base. Come along as we take a thrilling journey across the Royal Gorge Bridge and experience breathtaking views of Colorado's natural beauty from the ultimate bird's eye perspective. Next stop, we're crossing continents to Myanmar, where an incredible feat of traditional engineering has stood the test of time, literally. Meet the Avid Bridge, a 3/4-mile long teakwood marvel that's been connecting people over Tong Tuman Lake since the 1850s. As the world's oldest and longest wooden bridge, it's a testament to ancient craftsmanship, built mainly from reclaimed wood salvage from a local palace. With its rich history and stunning surroundings, this iconic bridge is not only an engineering wonder, but also a fascinating piece of Myanmar's past, waiting to be explored and appreciated by all who dare to cross. Now, let's dive deeper into the Avid Bridge's remarkable design and its not-so-secret struggles. You see, beneath its ancient teakwood surface lies an ingenious system of 1,086 pillars embedded 7 feet into Tong Tuman Lake's bed, providing stability and support for the platform above. And check this out, 9 cleverly placed passageways allow boats to safely navigate underneath, while the curved shape of the bridge masterfully withstands wind and water pressure. However, despite its impressive construction, this beloved landmark faces some serious threats. Years of neglect have left many support struts in a sorry state, with some even detached from the lake bed entirely. Plus, changing lake uses have brought their own set of challenges. Stagnant water and flooding issues caused by a fish breeding program have taken a toll on the bridge's integrity. And if that weren't enough, its popularity among tourists has also attracted unwanted attention from thieves preying on unsuspecting visitors. Get ready for a thrilling adventure as we head to Nepal's hanging bridge of Gasa. This death-defying suspension bridge spans a river valley, connecting the village of Gasa to the surrounding communities. And it's the only game in town for locals. Traditionally, it was made of ropes and wooden planks, but a more recent upgrade to steel cables has still kept the risk factor sky high. Picture this: strong winds whipping through the mountainous terrain, and you're crossing on what's essentially a narrow, high-wire walkway. Talk about a white-knuckle ride. But these daring farmers aren't just thrill-seekers. They need to cross with their livestock in tow, often making the journey to new pastures. Let's travel to Pakistan and explore the rugged terrain of Gilgit-Baltistan, where transportation can be a real challenge. With limited infrastructure, communities rely on a patchwork of makeshift bridges to connect them across ravines and lakes. Meet the Hussaini Hanging Bridge, an iconic cable and plank bridge that threads its way over the landscape. For years, this was one of the few ways to reach some of Pakistan's most isolated areas, although it's not for the faint-hearted. With no road network in sight, these bridges have become lifelines, holding together communities and connecting people to their homes and livelihoods. Get ready to take your breath away with our next bridge, all the way from Germany. Inspired by the innovative designs used in Nepal, a Swiss engineer dreamed up a suspension bridge to connect the towns of Morsdorf and Salzburg. Fast forward to 2015, meet the Highwire, an adrenaline-pumping pedestrian bridge that soars 330 feet above the ground, stretching 1,180 feet between two hilltops. This daredevil path was built for the brave, or perhaps the slightly crazy, and is strictly off-limits to vehicles, making it a thrilling adventure for hikers and nature lovers. And as an added bonus, this footbridge has become a must-see attraction, tempting tourists to take on its seemingly perilous crossing. Buckle up for our next bridge, taking you to the heart of Russia, in the harsh yet breathtaking Transbaikal region of southern Siberia, where temperatures plummet and weather patterns are as unpredictable as they come. There lies a testament to human resilience. Meet the Kwendinsky Bridge. This unforgiving land is home to various communities that brave its extreme conditions in search of natural resources. And what a resource it is, Lake Baikal, the world's largest and freshest water storehouse, supplying an astonishing 23% of our planet's surface water, more than all the Great Lakes combined. Get ready to gasp at our next bridge feature, all the way from Russia's rugged Transbaikal region. The Kwendinsky Bridge, a rickety relic built over a century ago to cross the Vikam River, has earned the notorious title of the most dangerous bridge in the world. Lacking safety barriers and battered by fierce winds, this hair-raising crossing is not for the faint-hearted. Locals from Kwanda village have been using it since its construction. But be warned, drivers are advised to roll down all their windows to counteract the gale force gusts that could blow them off into the icy waters below. With no recorded accidents, the bridge's eerie emptiness is a testament to the locals' respect for its treacherous reputation and the river's icy grip. Buckle up for our next jaw-dropping bridge feature from the depths of India. In Meghalaya, you'll find an astonishing 74 living bridges, handcrafted by nature's architects, and they're utterly mind-blowing. Instead of steel or wood, these eco-friendly masterpieces are grown from the aerial roots of the Ficus elastica tree, also known as the Indian rubber tree. It's a labor-intensive process that starts with planting seeds on either side of a riverbank, then guiding the roots to grow across using bamboo and palm stems. Decades later, you get an incredibly sturdy bridge that can withstand Meghalaya's torrential rains. No wonder locals call these natural marvels Jinkying Diangjeri, or Fingers of God. Get ready for a heart-stopping adventure on China's Mount Hua. This sacred mountain, near Xan, has drawn travelers for centuries, but its highest peak, South Peak, is only accessible by crossing the infamous Huashan Plank Road. Imagine walking along a series of rickety wooden planks bolted into a sheer cliff face. That's what you'll encounter on this death-defying hike. Dubbed the most dangerous hike in the world, it's not for the faint of heart, but the breathtaking views from the top make it an unforgettable challenge. Will you take on the Huashan Plank Road and earn your spot as a true mountaineer? Buckle up for an adrenaline rush on China's Huashan Plank Road. This death-defying hike is not for the timid. With a heart-stopping near-vertical drop that'll leave you gasping for breath. Originally designed as a test of faith for pilgrims seeking spiritual solace at the summit, today's thrill seekers can take on this cliff-hanging challenge, but